This is a cool experience. What do you think so far?
Oh man, it's fun, man. These roads are beautiful. This car's zippy.
Zippy,
it's
huh?
good,
It's
dude.
pretty quick. It's
I'm
a lot
having a
quicker, a lot quicker than I thought it was gonna be. We're gonna give a little quick walk around the car. It is pretty cool, guys, not gonna lie. And it sounds incredible. The sound was really something else. What do you think about it? It sounds pretty crazy, huh?
Dude, it's so much good. You could hear that turbo spinning.
Yeah, that turbo's nuts, dude.
That thing was spinning.
And so our journey begins off to Julian. We are heading up to Julian right now. It is a very nice day. The sun's not out quite yet, but it still feels amazing. And this car sounds great. I know it's going to sound a little off because of the sped up audio, but it sounds incredible, guys. True. As soon as we got to Julian, we thought we'd get some food. So we headed over to Miner's Diner, just a short walk from where we parked, right in the middle of Julian.
They even have a selection of locally made beers and ciders. Find somewhere to park.
Awesome menus.
Oh, man. So we're gonna check out some food here. We got these interesting looking menus.
With the lunch
But I'm
starters.
really more interested in all the stuff they got here, guys. Check out these walls. Look at all these license plates up at the top. Look at all the stuff they got here, including that pretty awesome soda bar back there. That's really cool. What you got over there, Miss Aaron?
Hefty looking pulled pork.
Hefty looking pulled pork sandwich.
Oh,
Ooh, that looks
yeah.
good. I got myself a BLT here. We're gonna dig in. Let's get some first bites in and see how this food tastes. Got a nice big bite of this BLT.
Oh god. Woo! So good.
Off to the gold mine, guys. This was an amazing drive, very beautiful. The sun was shining, and it was just a very informative trip. Thanks to our guide. We had probably the best guide that I've ever had for anything, really, and I highly recommend it. I'm also going to be editing this video quite a bit, so I don't spoil the gold mine for you guys. But I'll also leave in some good bits.
Dude,
We out here though.
we out here though. We're going to a gold mine.
Trying to find this mine.
We're going to a gold mine, guys. This gold mine was, what year did you say it was dug out in?
1870 something.
1870, like about 150 years ago.
152 years.
152 years ago. This is going to be a very cool experience, guys. Very cool.
Is this starting
I think it's starting.
right now?
I think it's
The
starting.
metamorphosed seafloor. It's 160 to 170 million year old metamorphic ocean floor that was plowed up by plate tectonics and welled up also by the magma that was being created as that seafloor subducted under the North American plate. The seafloor was melting into magma, creating massive pockets of magma that cooled about 2 miles underground. And it slowly came to the surface, and that's what all our bedrock is around here. All the granite boulders you see around here is all from that event. The seafloor turning into magma, cooling into granite 2 miles underground, and making it to the surface here. So folks, welcome to the Star Vein. Now the miners found a pocket of quartz here that they had. They started drifting to the south here. They ran into this geologic feature here. The quartz had all run out, but they uncovered what the scientists would call a fold or a compression fold. The ground has been crushed in a wave pattern here. The wave pattern ended up looking like a star to the miners, so they named it the star vein. So what I'd like to do now, folks, is demonstrate the lighting the miners had with using candles on their hat for lighting. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to light 3 candles representing the 3 miners that were drilling the 5 holes for the powder man. Okay, so I'm going to shut off the electric lights. Everybody hold on to your mom. Okay, here we go. Lights up, folks.
Here, I'll move.
So not so bad.
Not bad.
That's plenty of light to see your partners.
Yeah.
It's enough light to see that chisel they had to strike, and it was enough light to find the quartz they needed to find. Folks, so your eyes will adjust in a matter of minutes. It won't seem this dark, so really, you know, by a half hour or so, your eyes would fully adjust, and it would seem more like twilight in here, and they would get used to this amount of light. Folks, once the 3 miners drilled those 5 holes, they could exit the mine, and it would be the end of their shift. So, on the way out, on their way home, one of the miners decides to go down a separate tunnel because he had some tools to retrieve. Let's see what one miner's candle looks like. All right, still almost the same amount of light. You can still see or recognize anybody that you might encounter in the mine. Still enough light to see any tools he wanted to pick up. What if this miner...
When I was asked to put my camera down, I did put it down, but I left my fingers slightly open so that you would still be able to see if there was any light.
Let's see what that looks like. If you turn off your light there for a moment, we'll experience. You got both sides. Let's see what it looks like, folks. Here, without the miner's light, how much light did he have?
There he is. Oh my.
So it's pretty dark in here, folks. You can imagine that miner might get disoriented. He could walk the wrong way. He could step in a hole or smack his nose. So the miner had to know what to do in this case. He would find the tracks with his feet. He would get inside the tracks, tucking his head down, and just shuffling down the tracks, inching down to safety. So that's how they would have done that until he got the light. All right, folks, I'm turning the lights on here. It's a good time for everyone to count your family members.
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
And check your wallets.
Yeah, could you imagine accidentally losing your candle? That would
Right.
suck.
And
Hey,
have
folks,
wet matches.
this is
Yeah.
the halfway point. So this is
That
the
would be
original
terrible.
tunnel, and we are going to follow this original. This is after years of digging, though. But we're following this original tunnel the rest of the way out.
That's a bright light.
What you think so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. This is a star vein.
Now, I'm pretty physically fit, guys, but going up these stairs was quite the challenge. They are incredibly steep and very close together. It was very, very taxing. It was very tiring by the top of the stairs as well. And also, if you didn't know, it was a joke. Nothing was really
Why is it so
happening.
hard to walk up?
We were just about to head home, and we stopped at this little winery that we saw some signs for on the side of the road. And I decided to pick up a bottle of wine for my lovely girlfriend. And then, before we knew it, we were back on the road and headed home.
We're not gonna be long.
Guys, the rental process turned out to be incredibly easy. I decided to pick up the phone, call the website's phone number, and I was helped out very, very well by this lovely lady on the phone, and she gave me every answer that I could possibly need. She answered all the questions that I had, even more so, and then she gave me every detail I could possibly have about the trip as well.
Oh, that sounds
When I got to the
nasty.
building, I had already paid over the phone with the lady, and then when I got to the building, they just had me sign a couple of pieces of paperwork, little insurance forms and things like that, and we were right on the road in less than like 10 minutes. And we didn't have to do any crazy course or anything like that. It was just sign and go. And then we came back, and when we came back, we drove in. They looked at the car, looked at us, and then gave us a smile, gave us a nod, and said, "Thanks for coming." We went inside, and we didn't really even need to fill out any paperwork. We just turned in the keys, and as long as the vehicle passed their visual inspection right then and there, you had nothing to worry about. Everything was perfect. So, I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. This was the Vanderhall experience from the San Diego Speedboat Tours, and it was incredible. I highly recommend it, and make sure not to pack too much for your bags because the car doesn't have very much room for you at all.